Hey guys, how's it going? So what am I doing today? Well, I'm on the way to my camper to go and pull an injector because one of them is leaking. And so much so that the engine is actually not running. And whenever I do try to start it, it'll turn over and then run for a couple of seconds, and it might even hold idle, but as soon as I give it gas, like, it goes off. And I just recently installed refurbished injectors in that thing. Usually I don't like dealing with refurbished stuff because stuff like this happens. This is another one of those lessons for me, because every time I've ever tried some kind of a reman or refurbished part, it's always ended up like this. So this is definitely going to be the very last time that I ever buy refurbished, especially injectors. But in any case, I need to take out that injector and send it back to the company that we bought it off of. Now, from what I've heard from people, other mechanics in my circle that I've spoken to about refurbished injectors, I happen to buy these injectors off of a sort of bad company because I trusted the Google reviews, and the Google reviews were basically 4.5 stars and super positive. Well, it turns out, if you actually look at the Google reviews daily, there are 1-star reviews complaining about defective injectors out of the box, and injector codes that are not programmable into the ECUs from this company. And what they do is they just somehow, I don't know how they do this, but they manage to get those reviews taken down. So yeah, I got kind of honey-trapped into that. But in any case, the engine does run, so the injectors aren't defective. And it's only one injector that's leaky. And so I'm going to send it back, and hopefully they're either going to send me a working injector or they're going to give me my money back. Another problem is I sent the old injectors back to them because it was one of these like parts swap deals where you basically paid for 4 injectors, and you paid the same price for 4 injectors as you would for one new one, and you send them back your old parts and they remanufacture the defective injectors. I'm pretty sure actually that the old injectors weren't defective. I'm pretty sure that the copper seal rings were just blown. Background as to why I just threw in new injectors: we actually bought this camper off of a family friend who gave it to us for a super cheap price because he had another shop tell him that all 4 of his injectors were blown, and they quoted him basically the go away price, and he was not willing to pay that for this old camper, which I would have understood. And so he sold it to us knowing that I'm a mechanic and I'm probably going to fix it, and at least it stays sort of with the family, right? But that's how and stupid me, this again is one of those times where I'm convinced, or I'm taught by life, that you shouldn't always trust what other people say, and you definitely shouldn't just look at Google reviews, because at this point I'm kind of unsure of whether or not the old injectors that I now sent away were defective, because, well, he drove the camper to us, or to where it's parked right now, and it wasn't like knocking or smoking heavily. It was only really on startup, and startup smoking is usually the injector seals. I have no idea why I just blindly trusted this other shop's diagnosis. It happens to me sometimes as well. But yeah, so that's where I'm headed right now, and I will be showing you guys what I mean in just a second here. Okay. So here we are. This is our little camper right here, and it's running the Ford 2.2 TDCI Duratorque engine. Don't be irritated by the fact that all the stuff on top is off, because I actually dismantled this a couple weeks, I think like last week. So yeah, this is our happy little camper. Hopefully soon, and just got a bit of rust that I got to take care of, but it's nothing too major. We're gonna be all right. Okay, let's get to removing this here injector. really unhappy with the fact that I'm having to do this, because I actually figured that buying refurbished injectors off of a trusted company meant that you weren't going to have to worry about this stuff, but turns out, well, I didn't really buy off of a reputable company, unfortunately, but it is what it is now. I'm not going to mention the company name, but you'll be able to see it. So let's get started. As you can see, by the way, yeah, that injector is very, very, very leaky. So that's no bueno. We don't want that. So let's get to dismantling. I only need to take apart this side, thankfully. Oh yeah, these green clips are like mangled as well. Hopefully I should get those removed without completely destroying them, because that would be super, super annoying. If you're wondering why I'm not going via the back, it's because, well, I can't go via the back. It doesn't work. Okay, that one's off. And the reason that I can't go on the rear noses to pull these off is because on that one the rear noses are snapped off. That wasn't me. That was probably the previous owner. Just gotta check out my image quality here just a bit. And it seems just fine. You guys see what I'm actually doing? If I go in like that, yeah, you can. Cool. So if you're wondering why I'm going through the front and pressing these locking tabs back, it's because someone in the past has actually broken off some of the noses on these locking tabs, and this is my provision to keeping that connector on there, because this refurbished injector no longer has that locking tab. Because in general all of these injectors are showing signs of not being of the highest quality, I'm sort of preparing myself for the eventuality that I'm going to have to buy 4 brand new injectors. It is what it is. It's not what I want to do, but the alternative is having bad injectors in this here van, and those said bad injectors causing major engine failure, and we don't want that either. So yeah, from what I've heard about this company, they are not going to refund me anything anyway, and it's not going to be their fault, and it's going to be my installation process that was wrong for sure. But I say, let's just wait and see. Okay, so the return line is off. All the connectors are off. I should now probably loosen my railing boltsies. Okay. I only need to get this guy, because that's the only guy that's leaking. As you can see, the other ones are actually fine. Only issue is, especially on that one, I have no idea how I'm supposed to read the injector codes off that. Like, that's whatever, but yeah, so I hope that there isn't too much pressure. Actually, there can't be that much pressure in this rail because, well, it's leaking, so yeah, I should have brought crow's feet with me. Did not do that, but then again, it'll all work out. Okay, so, and see, this is another thing that worries me. The threads, regardless of the new fuel rails or the old fuel rails, okay, you see, I need to inspect this here properly, because this could obviously also be a source of the problem. But no, there's no dents or dings in that thing. Could maybe use a bit of a cleanup, but really, that's about it. Okay, so the fuel line looks fine. By the way, in case any of you are wondering why there's a mix of new and old fuel lines in here, I actually ordered a set of new fuel lines, original from Ford. On the first delivery, they gave me the wrong fuel lines for cylinders 1 and 4, and on the second delivery, they gave me the right ones, but they leaked. So, not even the OEM stuff is actually that nice nowadays anymore, sadly. Okay, I need my extendos. There's no idea how tight these are going to be because I installed them according to spec, but yeah, I'm always afraid of those actually like tearing or shearing off, if I'm being perfectly honest. When I went to install these, I put new seals on the return line, new bolts, new copper rings on, or copper washers on all injectors, and new fuel lines. Fuel lines original from Ford, no good on cylinders 1 and 4, so the old ones went in. I know that you're not supposed to do that, but considering the fact that I had a leak with the old and with the new fuel line on cylinder 4, I'm convinced that this injector is kaput, so that's that. It's important to check if this thing is damaged or not, but can't imagine. Okay, no, that bolt looks fine. It doesn't look like it's sheared off or anything. Cool. That lives there. Okay, usually there's a like plastic cover over this thing. I left it off because it's just freaking annoying and I'm having to work on this thing. Well, I wasn't expecting having to work on this thing this much, but that's the way that it's turned out, so it is what it is. Such a stupid design. Okay, I need to get my box ready. Where's my box? There it is. Box with plastic. See, so I actually saved the box when I took delivery of this thing because I had a feeling. I had a little bit of an iffy feeling. As you can see, this thing is just totally and completely yucky. Copper ring is still on, great, so that didn't get stuck in the head. Somehow. Yeah, this is just going to be for transport purposes initially. Yeah. Okay, let's get this secured up. First of all, let's clean this up because it's actually very difficult. Oh, and in case it isn't apparent, I also put a new valve cover in this. Because when I went to take out the old injectors, they were pretty stuck in, and I pried on the valve cover because it was the only way to get them loose. And it made unhappy noises, and so I figured, let's not, like, risk it. Not going to tighten this down. I'm just going to set this so that the bolt doesn't get lost. I am going to be getting new bolts for this because they're inexpensive, and these are essential bolts, so that's not going anywhere. This guy can now just be stuffed into there. It's not really about keeping moisture or anything like that out. It's more of just so that I make sure that I know where everything goes. That might sound stupid to some of you, but my brain needs that, unfortunately. Okay, where did this guy come off of? This one. Wasn't aware that these are replaceable. Now that I know that they actually come off, I'm going to be getting new clamps, because that way, even if that return line ever does break off those noses, I don't have to replace the entire return line. Can this be reinstalled now? Yeah. No, it can't. You see, it doesn't lock into place, but I'm just going to keep it there, because it's going to stay there, because hopefully no one's going to mess with this thing while I'm gone. Okay, that's it. That was injector removal on our little Ford Transit.